So I was driving and I got a flat tire. And when I went to change the tire, I discovered that my car had no spare tire, that my car came with no spare tire. And that meant I had to get towed to the dealership where I had to wait 5 days for a new tire. Now, you'd think that this would really make me angry, and it did. But the fact was that I was about to go on a road trip in a month or a couple. And if I hadn't had that flat, I very well could have had that flat on the road trip. So it was having a problem that I didn't think I wanted, which helped me solve a bigger problem that I really didn't want. And that's what this is about, what algebra can do for you. I want to show you a little bit about how algebra works. If you're good at math, you'll already know this, but you may not know what it can teach you about life. We have here a very ugly looking algebra equation. The square root of 27 to the x equals 9. And it's not obvious how to solve this problem, although if you're good at math, you probably have a way. I'm going to show you how it's done. There's two principles you need to know. One is that if two things are equal, whatever you do to the left, you have to do to the right so that they stay equal. So if I colored this thing blue, I'd have to color this thing blue. We're going to make the thing on the left look even uglier as a way of solving this problem. I'm going to square both sides. This squared equals this squared. Now that looks even worse, but watch what happens. This squared sign makes this square root sign go away. These two things cancel each other out. So you end up with 27x equals 9 squared, which is 81. Now this is still kind of ugly, so we're going to complicate it again. We're going to change 27 into something that it already is, which is 3 cubed to the x. Okay? Equals 81. And we're also going to change 81 into something that it already is. 81 is 3 to the 4. Now these two exponents can be multiplied together. That's an algebra rule. 3 to the 3x equals 3 to the 4. And now you can see that you got big 3, little exponent, big 3, little exponent. So it happens now that it's a lot easier to see 3x and 4 have to be the same thing because you got big number 3 down here and big number 3 down here, and whatever's up top has to be the same thing in some way. So 3x equals 4. And that means, by the rules of algebra, x equals 4/3. So by making it ugly up here, by adding complexity, by solving a problem we didn't originally have to solve, we've made it possible for us to solve the big problem. How does this apply to your life? Well, several ways. We talked about the spare tire, where if I had to, by having to solve the spare tire problem, I saved myself from the trouble of getting stranded in the middle of nowhere. But there's other examples too. Imagine you have to memorize something like somebody's name. I have to memorize somebody's name. Now, it actually is easier to memorize more things than less things. So let's say the guy's name is Schwartz, and you just can't remember the name Schwartz. You try and you try, but you can't. So what we're going to do is we're going to memorize 3 things instead of just 1. We're going to memorize Schwartz swinging a golf club at the moon. And you'll find that it's easier to keep that big picture of Schwartz swinging a golf club at the moon than it is just remembering the name Schwartz. So you have an automatic way of remembering his name by making it more complicated. Here's another fun example. Let's say you have to have a talk with a friend. And the talk is going to be a difficult talk. You're not sure how you're going to do it. Well, rather than have that talk one-on-one, why not throw a party? You'll basically be keeping the talk the same, but you'll be changing the context in which the talk happens. By creating a bigger problem, a more complicated situation, you may actually be able to solve the problem more easily. Now, this is getting a little fanciful. It's not exactly algebra anymore, but the point is, algebra teaches us that you can solve ugly problems by temporarily making them more complicated, even uglier. If you do it in the right way, you end up solving the problem that you didn't think you could solve. I hope this has been fun for you. If you see anything wrong with my math, or if you have any problems you'd like to check out or suggest that I help you solve, just drop me a line in the comments below. I'm looking forward to hearing from you.